But today's question is if sex is a weapon. Sex definitely is a weapon, man, which can be used to take you down. The Mann Act, yo, created a law called the Mann Act. If you look like food to some people, then they're gonna run that game with you. The strongest man in the world, who? Samson. What took him down? Exactly. What up, everybody? How all is doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope we get back on track sooner or later. So you can add your thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, yo. Sex is the weapon. Because I was about to ask the question, is sex a weapon? But you know what? Think about it. For centuries, for years, sex is a weapon, you know? The strongest man in the world, who? Samson. What took him down? Exactly. Huh? The Mann Act. The Mann Act, yo, created a law called the Mann Act. And what that's pertaining to deal with? Having sex. So sex is a weapon, and they can use it against you. How is that? Why is that? Well, if you look like a lick, if you look like food to some people, then they're gonna run that game with you. And apparently Shannon was a big plate of food for that young thing. You know? Remember Ella? She's an alpha, Ella? She's an alpha. And Shannon, he's a Generation X or something like that. He's from the 60s, he's old school. So that 19-year-old girl lining Shannon up, man. You can tell. Shannon with his goofy self. You know? Dog, you're 50 and she's 19. How come you didn't see that play? So now they say Shannon settled out of court. We know he ain't got 50 million because if you look through the history, if you look at the internet, when they look at his finances, they know he ain't got 50 mil. And that deal he was about to get was going to actually boost him up a little bit. But Shorty jumped down and pounced on him before, you know what I mean? And filed that lawsuit. So, the lawsuit is talking about everything that did in the past few years. Because recent years he left like he forget that and cut out. And she threw that lawsuit on him, man. So she ran game on him the whole time. I can't imagine what she got on Shannon. Make him say, oh, let's settle right now. And if you don't want 10 million, how much you want? All of it? That's crazy. I don't think Shannon gave up all his dough, but I'm pretty sure it's north over 10. Because if he offered 10 and she didn't take it, and she went to court instead, sex definitely is a weapon, man, which can be used to take you down. Ain't that something though? But it's the reality, you know? It's the reality. Women have all the power. Women have all the power. Now, if a man is disciplined, the power won't affect that man as much. Now, if you lack discipline, that's a whole different scenario. You know what I'm saying? But what makes somebody with all the bread fall prey and become food? Somebody that's goofy, apparently goofy, and not really thinking. You know? More like fantasizing. Want to fulfill fantasies, living a fantasy. Wow. Shannon Sharp, huh? Unk. She's 19, 20. Well, she came up. And you can't even be mad. She played the game. You know what I'm saying? She played the game and she won. A lot of people lost. You know? Hey, a man would do anything, right? A man would do anything, yo. I'm sure to get size you up and see what she can get from you, and you a giver. Sure they would take it all, yo. Word up. But that cat is special, though, right? That cat is something else, yo. That cat is unbelievable because that's the doorway and that's the portal to come to this earth. You know? That is the portal to come, have your experience, have your journey. Feel the woman. So now you gotta understand, you know, the levels of power and existence that we all have. But obviously women is way more where they can produce and duplicate life itself, where you're able to come and have an experience through the women. You know what I mean? So now in these times, in our pantheon of history, you know, civilization, human beings, yeah, not the shit matters that sex is a weapon, man. You know? And it's all a vibration too, because what you give off is what you're getting back, right? What you emit, what you're gonna match up with or mix up with. Remember, you know, society is also engineered to be what it is right now. Social media, with everything involved. So getting caught up is like a job not to. You fight not to and work super hard not to get caught up. Well, you know how life is though. Throwing curveballs, so you gotta be honest, man. You know? Be honest with this reality. And if you don't, you know, if you wanna get in some and get with some, best be honest. Playing around gonna get the game going a different way, a different direction. You know what I'm saying? But today's question is if sex is a weapon, and it sure is. That's crazy, but that's the reality of the things that we live in, our existence, right? Our time. Channel star. I shake my head for Unc. You know? And all the brothers that's gotta go through that stuff, shit, I'm paying child support still. I got years to go. But I'm gonna keep up on mine, you know? It's not a shy away. I'm doing that's my seed, so that's what it is. That's crazy, yo. I might have settled out of Dodge because he probably didn't want the world to know what's really going on. Or it could be just the end of the psyop and they're telling us anything. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a psyop, it's not real and it's a situation that they played out. And because it's played out in front of us, it has to be resolved. And that's the resolve of Shannon paying, right? To settle the court, settle the case out of the courts. Shannon paying to settle the case out of court. But if it's a psyop, that's what they're telling us. And we don't see the reality of this. Which way to think? Hey, don't worry about it. Just do you, focus on life, and hey, if it pops across the algorithm, hey, you give it a watch. It's entertaining. You know what I mean? Other than that, stay focused, y'all. Because we gonna make it through whatever, you know what I'm saying? We gonna win. That's the nature of the game that we play. This is reality, y'all. CLP. I'm holding the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment if you're vibing. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all want, go ahead and vibe the question yourselves. Shit. Is sex a weapon? Shadow Star. Peace. We out. It's all love.